If you're a solopreneur, you definitely know the grind of trying to find new clients. It feels endless. But what if the problem isn't that you're not working hard enough, but that you're working on the wrong things? Today, we're going to break down a strategy that flips that whole script from just high effort to high intent. Oof. Does this hit a little too close to home? You know, this is one of the most maddening parts of running your own show. You pour your heart and soul into your work. You get your name out there and then crickets. Or maybe even worse, you get nibbles from people who are just never, ever going to be the right fit. But listen, that's not on you. That's a failure of the system, not a personal one. So let's give this thing a name. What we're talking about is the qualified lead problem. It's this giant frustrating gap you see right here, this chasm between all the effort and energy you're pouring in and the actual real results you're getting out. I mean, you feel like you're doing everything you're supposed to do. You're on that content hamster wheel. You're posting on LinkedIn. You're filming videos. You might even be throwing money at ads. You are putting in the hours. But somehow after all that activity, the people who are actually ready to talk business, those qualified clients, they just seem to be nowhere in sight. So why? Why does this keep happening to so many of us? Well, to fix a problem, you gotta understand it first. So let's do a little anatomy of this failure and figure out why these common strategies are just flat out missing the mark. You know this feeling all too well. It's the content treadmill. It's that exhausting cycle of just creating and creating and creating content just to stay visible. The real issue, as you can see, is that most of this content creates a broken bridge. There's no clear, obvious path that takes someone from being just a casual scroller to a serious potential client. And this right here, this really breaks down the strategic choice you have. On the left, you've got the vague lead magnet. Think of it like casting a huge, messy net. Sure, you catch a lot of fish, but they're mostly freebie seekers just looking for a generic tip. But on the right, that's the high-value asset. That's not a net. It's a powerful magnet designed to attract only your ideal clients by offering a super specific solution. It actually filters for intent. And let's get real about our biggest roadblock time. A lot of old school marketing advice tells you to build these massive, complicated, multi-step funnels. But seriously, who has an extra 40 hours a week to build and manage that? Nobody. That time gap alone makes most of that advice totally useless for a business of one. So this is it. This is the big mind shift we need to make. We have to stop trying to get more leads. The real goal isn't to fill a funnel. It's to build a filter. We need a system that does the hard work for us, that intelligently sorts for intent, so that only the most serious, most aligned people even get through to your inbox. So the big question is, how do we build this amazing filter system without hiring a team or working 24/7? Well, the solution is a totally new kind of approach, a systemic one. And it's powered by a tool that is getting more and more powerful every single day, AI. We call this approach a minimum viable system. The key here isn't about building something big and complicated. It's all about maximum efficiency. The whole idea is to use a simple AI-driven process to create those awesome high-value intent filtering assets we were just talking about, but with a tiny fraction of the usual effort. And look, it really just boils down to these 3 simple steps. First, you define your pillars. You get crystal clear on the core expertise your business is built on. Second, you let AI do the heavy lifting to generate a structured, high-value asset, like a mini course or a detailed checklist. And third, you deploy that asset out into the world to act as your automatic intent filter. That's it. Now, this is a really important point. This is not about letting some robot replace your unique voice and expertise. Not at all. Think of AI as giving your brilliant expertise a really professional, polished wrapper. It takes all that amazing knowledge in your head and packages it in a way that just screams high value and grabs attention right away. So what does life look like after you put a system like this in place? What's the real outcome? Well, it's a huge shift. You completely stop chasing down leads and you start attracting genuinely qualified prospects. This right here, this is the before. This is probably what your inbox feels like right now. 50 notifications, a mix of junk emails, people who downloaded your free thing and then vanished, and contacts that goes to you after one reply. It's all noise and almost no signal. And then this is the after. Instead of 50 dings that you get 5. But these aren't just random leads. These are qualified prospects. These are people who already get what you do, who value it, and who are actually ready to have a real conversation about working together. So what does qualified actually mean in this new system? Well, it means they've already raised their hand and actively engaged with your high-value asset. They've gone through your mini course. They've used your checklist. They have seen your value with their own eyes, and they've basically gone through a mini training with you. So when they finally reach out, the conversation is already 10 steps ahead of where it used to be. All right. So as we start to bring this all home, let's really lock in the key takeaway here. This isn't just a shiny new marketing tactic. This is a whole new philosophy on how we find the people we're meant to serve. Look, if there's one single idea to take away from all this, it's this. The future of finding clients is not about chasing them down. It's about filtering. It's no longer about who can shout the loudest. It's about who can build the smartest filter and let their packaged expertise do all the qualifying for them. And that leaves us with one last pretty fascinating question to chew on. As AI gets better and better at handling the who of our marketing, finding the exact right people, does that mean our only job left is to focus all our energy on perfecting our why, our core mission, our unique value, our story? It's something to think about for sure. I cannot stress this enough. If you want to feel the full force of what modern lead generation can do, you need to get Lead Creator. It is the engine that allows you to skyrocket your online marketing by turning simple ideas into actionable, lead-sucking mini-courses in a fraction of the time. Don't just watch this video and go back to the old way of doing things. Click the link below, grab Lead Creator, and let's start building your engine today. Your future self and your bank account will thank you. I'll see you on the inside.